What's up, guys? This is Grant, the founder of KartFab.com, and I'm here with my nephew Colin, and we've got Predator Performance Modifications, Stage 1. So let's go check it out.
This thing's loud and mean.
What the crap?
What
the heck?
So if you've got a Predator small engine and you're looking to put some performance parts on it, do some mods, this is the Stage 1 video, which is like the first step anybody should take when doing performance modifications. A Stage 1 kit includes a high flow intake, high flow exhaust, and a rejet, okay? So this video is going to show you how to install it and kind of show you firsthand what the results are going to be. If you have a Predator 212cc, Predator 301cc, or Predator 420cc, or any of the other Honda GX 240s, 270s, 340s, 390s, or even those mini bike or go-kart engines that are kind of an off-brand, chances are there's a performance kit for you. I've left a link in the description below so you can go check it out.
So installing the Predator Stage 1 is so easy, even my nephew can do it.
Well, what should you look for in a Stage 1 kit? Well, if you have an old engine and you take the airbox off, you might rip a gasket or two, so new gaskets. You're going to have higher airflow, so you'll need to rejet. Then you'll need a high flow intake adapter or a velocity stack. And you're going to need a way to secure your choke lever onto your carburetor, so you're going to need a bracket for that, maybe a dust cover, hose clamp, and then a high flow air filter. On the exhaust side of things, what we're looking at here is a 3-stage header, which gives you optimum performance at low, mid, and high RPMs. It's completely welded up and bolt on. For those of us with minimal clearances on custom builds, let's say on a custom mini bike, there's also a U-welded header kit with the exhaust flange of your choice. And to finalize everything, your valve cover breather tube might need a filter, as well as your gas tank vent. So your stock engine will look something very similar to this, a restrictive airbox and a restrictive yet quiet muffler. Let's start opening it up. So what about tools? Wrenches and a screwdriver. That's pretty much all you need.
Step 1. Remove these nuts from the carburetor studs. There's 2 of them. Good job. There we go. Okay. Step 2. Take off the airbox. Notice that it comes off just like that. Ta-da! Step 3. Take off the muffler. There are 2 nuts that hold on the muffler. Come on. I said it's so easy. Even my nephew can do it. Come on. All you need to do is take your wrench and turn it counterclockwise. Right? Counterclockwise. Yeah, you're going to need that nut later. Step 4. Install your header pipe. Okay, so if you notice here, the D gasket that is currently on there was reused from the existing exhaust. So it's up to you if you want to change it out. We decided to keep it because there's nothing wrong with it. So go ahead and install it. Ta-da! Step 5. Put the high flow intake adapter on. Notice that this gasket right here came with the engine, and there are 3 notches, 1, 2, 3. They all line up, so make sure you put it on the correct way. Now, the distance between these 2 studs is the same, so it is very possible for you to go ahead and install it the wrong way. Notice that there are notches right here and right here. On this one, it corresponds to the hole right next to the stud. This one has a hole just lower than the stud. Same thing on the intake adapter, so make sure they all line up. You can put some Loctite on the threads here if you want to keep it on there more permanently. Alright, If you look here, this is the carburetor choke lever, okay, and it's free to fall off. So that's why we have this little retaining bracket that will hold the lever in place, and it uses a small Allen head bolt to secure it. So go ahead and use an Allen wrench to secure it to the intake adapter. Step 6, install your air filter. Just kidding, don't install it. This is the biggest mistake everyone makes. Take some air filter oil and treat your air filter before you install it, otherwise it will bring dirt into your engine. Step 6, take your screwdriver for your little hose clamp and take your air filter and install it. Alright, install the dust cover if you feel like it. That will keep a lot of the dust out and will keep you from washing your air filter all the time. It'll keep everything clean in your engine. Okay, so next step is to take your 10mm wrench and remove this bottom nut from the carburetor, and we're going to replace the jet. When replacing the jet, you take your flathead screwdriver, make sure it has a thin shank so it'll fit inside the center pedestal. And you put it in there until it makes contact with the jet, and then you go ahead and unscrew it. Pops right out. Then you go ahead and take your brand new jet and you put it right in the same hole and you install your new jet. Okay, so the reason why we do this is because you're taking more air in and out, and you need to balance out your air to fuel ratio. So you don't want to over torque this jet, just want to have it torqued just a little bit down there.
Your bowl needs to be reinstalled using your 10mm wrench. You want to go ahead and just torque it down hand tight. You don't want to over tighten this or you could strip it out. And the engine looks pretty mean now, but let's not forget about our gas tank vent and our overhead valve cover breather tube. Okay, those two need to have little filters on them so they don't spew oil everywhere and so they don't entrain dirt into the gas tank. So you can cut them if you want to, but I'd recommend dry fitting it first. This little yellow tube can go inside your valve cover breather tube and then hook directly onto the filter. But I'm just going to go ahead and zip tie it to the filter directly. Then this is our gas tank check valve vent. So you just put them all together and then you go ahead and pick it up and put it in your gas tank vent. Okay, your engine might be a little different. You might not even have one of these, so if you don't have one, don't sweat it, but if you do, it's a good idea to put a vent filter in there. Then this is our valve cover breather tube. It goes directly onto your valve cover. This happens to be the Hemi Predator version, so your valve cover might look a little different, but either way, you can use that yellow tube or just zip tie the existing valve cover breather on there. And with that last zip tie, I'm just putting it on the gas tank filter vent, and we're pretty much finished.
All right, so what do you think?
It's awesome.
Great, great. Now if you only had a mini bike to put it on. Yep, there it is, boom. Okay, we're gonna put it on a mini bike, and then we're gonna go show you how fast it is.
Colin's gonna kill himself.
Freaking wrecked it like 20 seconds after I just barely. Oh my god.
Loud and mean.
I know, right?
So there you have it, Predator Stage 1 modifications. I've got a link in the description for each kit so you can check it out below, as well as an article that I wrote on KartFab.com. I've got a link down there as well. So if you want to do a little research on your own, you could go ahead and check that out. So the 3 things we've learned about Predator Stage 1 modifications are: number 1, they're super easy to do. Anybody can do it. Number 2, it's just bolt on. There's no special tools required. You don't have to open your engine up. You're just taking off the airbox, taking off the exhaust, and replacing it and doing a rejet. Super simple, super easy. Then the third takeaway here is it's the best bang for your buck. Okay, you can have a lot of performance modifications that'll give you 2-3% gains, but we're talking a lot. Okay, so I've got a dyno that's coming, okay, for 2018, and we're gonna have a lot of dyno runs, we're going to have a lot of cool builds, and we're going to actually prove to you what the exact real world gains are with these performance modifications. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, go ahead and mash that subscribe button. Also, one thing that Colin, my nephew, doesn't know is we actually took his mini bike out and wrecked it, okay? This is his foot peg, okay? So if you want to see the build, that's coming up as well, where we're actually going to weld this back onto his mini bike. Sorry. Also, let us know in the comments below. He wanted to let everyone know that he's open to wanting to know what color his mini bike should be. So let us know in the comments below what color you think it should be. And if you're still curious about your specific engine, what modifications you should have on it, ask me in the comments below. I check all the comments, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.